As I walked into the university cafeteria for lunch, I noticed an old notebook lying on a table. It was bound with worn leather and had a strange symbol etched onto its cover. I picked it up, feeling an inexplicable pull towards it. The pages were blank except for one entry, "They're watching us." I brushed off my curiosity and continued eating, but the words lingered in my mind. Who wrote this? And what did they mean by they? As I finished my meal and prepared to leave, a chill ran down my spine when I saw a figure sitting at a nearby table, staring intently at me. The figure was dressed in old-fashioned clothing, with a suit jacket that seemed out of place among the modern students. Its face was obscured by shadows, making it impossible to discern any features. But as our eyes met, I felt an icy presence wash over me. The notebook slipped from my fingers and fell onto the floor. The figure slowly rose from its seat, taking deliberate steps towards me. As it drew closer, I saw that it had a small note attached to its lapel, "They're watching us." My heart racing, I realized that this was no ordinary person, but someone who knew exactly what they were doing. And as the figure loomed over me, I felt my sanity begin to unravel, consumed by an unending terror of being watched and judged. The old university cafeteria had been abandoned for years. It was said that anyone who dared to enter would never leave with their sanity intact. But I didn't believe it. As a student of psychology, I found the place fascinating and decided to investigate. I pushed open the creaky door and stepped inside. The air was thick with dust and the smell of stale food. I began to explore, my footsteps echoing off the walls as I made my way deeper into the cafeteria. That's when I saw an old notebook lying on a table in the corner. It was bound in worn leather and had a strange symbol etched onto its cover. As I picked up the notebook, I felt a chill run down my spine. The pages were filled with handwritten notes, but they weren't just any notes. They were cryptic messages from someone who claimed to be trapped in this very cafeteria for decades. According to their account, they had been a student here back in the 1970s and had become obsessed with finding a way out of the building. I read on, my heart racing as I delved deeper into the notebook's secrets. The writer spoke of strange occurrences, doors slamming shut, whispers in the walls, and an unshakable feeling that they were being watched. As I turned the final page, I heard a faint whispering in my ear. "Get out while you still can." Suddenly, the lights flickered and went out, plunging me into darkness. As I walked into the university cafeteria for lunch, I noticed an old notebook lying on the floor. It was partially hidden under a table and seemed to be untouched by anyone else around me. The cover of the notebook had faded letters that read "EM" in elegant script. Curiosity got the better of me as I picked up the notebook. As I flipped through its yellowed pages, I discovered it belonged to Emily Mayfield, who attended this university over a century ago. Her writing was filled with melancholy and longing, detailing her deep love for Edward, but also her despair at his departure. I couldn't help but feel drawn into Emily's world as I read on, imagining the couple strolling hand in hand through campus, sharing tender moments beneath the trees. But there were darker undertones to their story, whispers of a tragic fate that befell them both. The more I delved deeper into the notebook, the more I felt an unsettling presence around me. As I finished reading Emily's final entry, I noticed something peculiar. My own name was scribbled on the last page in her handwriting. Suddenly, it dawned on me, this wasn't just a historical artifact, it had been left for someone like me all along. A chill ran down my spine as I realized that I might be the next chapter in Emily's tragic tale, and that Edward would soon return to claim his own story with mine. The notebook slipped from my fingers, falling silently onto the floor, where its secrets seemed destined to remain forever buried beneath the tables of time.